Welcome to another Classics but Not Masterpieces episode. Here we are featuring Jonas Hellborg and Shawn Lane's Two Doors album. Here we cover how this album could have even been greater, even though it's a classic. It's 1995, and Jonas Hellborg is just coming off of his Octave Holy of Innocence album with Michael Shrieve and Buckethead. Shawn Lane is coming off touring his Powers of 10 material and is seeking another direction. This would be the start of Jonas Hellborg and Shawn Lane's collaborative work within the jazz fusion trio paradigm. But this album gets hidden due to record labels, contracts, and whose name the album is under. Two Doors ends up under the drummer Michael Shrieve's album, however the disc is separated into two different groups and parts on the album. The first part is named Deep Umbra, and for the most part, the bassist Jonas Hellborg and guitarist Shawn Lane wrote most of the compositions. Tracks like Stellar Rays, Baraji, Deep Umbra, Juvalamu, Palace of Dreams were both of their compositions. These compositions would be the staple within their live set list throughout the years. The tracks would get name changes due to being played on a different record label. Here is the dilemma. The album would have been a masterpiece by omitting a few tracks and allowing this album to be released on Jonas's record label. The main problem is that Shawn Lane was still under contract with Warner Brothers and he couldn't be listed as the leader of an album until his contract was up, so he is sort of hidden on this album. Hellborg, who happens to have his own record label, Bardo Records, but can't put this music on his label like he had previously did with Shrieve on Octave Holy of Innocence, which is an amazing album if I might add. So this music ends up on an album with Michael Shrieve being listed as the leader, but in reality is Jonas Hellborg's and Shawn Lane's album for the first half, which was called Deep Umbra. The tracks that could be omitted could have been Sorcerer and The Smiling Tarshisham, with the other 6 tracks remaining. If these things would have taken place, it would be a masterpiece. As far as the music goes, Shawn's guitar sound has that liquid tone on guitar that was so unique. He allows more balance for the overall music. Jonas's Warwick bass tone is very nice as well. I actually like Shreeve's drumming on this as he has a clean drum sound. Stellar Rays later ends up being Time is the Enemy, and it's a tour de force for guitar with a great melody. Baraji starts off like a Miles Davis piece, then it shows their jazz influence. Deep Umbra showcases one of the greatest guitar solos of all times, featuring Shawn Lane, and Juvalamu, which later is named Persona, has roots in the blues. Another forgotten piece was Palace of Dreams, and for some reason the group didn't continue with. They are actually telling stories with this music, and it's hard to do with instrumental music. It also has this fusion of Eastern and Western influences within the music. On Two Doors, there is space, there is groove, and there is structure. In retrospect, the music on the first part of the Two Doors album is incredible with so many great moments. Shawn's soloing is legendary. Jonas lays down the grooves with perfect time with Shrieve. He has finally met his musical partner in life. It would be the start of another great duo like Zawinul and Shorter, Matheny and Maze. Despite this album being hidden due to outside circumstances, it's a great power trio album. I purchased Two Doors in the late 90s and was surprised it even existed. It still sounds fresh to this day. This is Flame Sky. See you on the next one.